Yo, what is up, YouTube? I'm Blitz5, and today I have some Destiny multiplayer gameplay for you guys. I'm going to be talking about some other topics about all the new games coming out in the fall, in November, December, Christmas season. The ones that I'm getting, at least, the big ones. But in the background, we have some good gameplay from a match earlier in the week. One of the bounties was out for who can get the most kills in the multiplayer match. So that's for both teams. So only one person can get it each game, so it's kind of hard to get. It's not per team, it's the whole entire group of people playing. So you have to be the high scorer, and me and my friends, we're all doing pretty well. So we're battling out right now for who can get the bounty each game because, like I said, only one person can get it a game. So it gets down to the wire. I think I get this one. You just have to wait and find out to the end of the match if I get it. But either way, it's a good gameplay, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Quick thought about this map is there's not a lot of maps in Destiny if you haven't played yet. This is one of the smaller maps, which I enjoy playing a lot. I think FPS games are meant to have smaller to medium type maps because the larger maps with the vehicles just bring a different element into the game, which I don't really enjoy that much in Destiny and Halo and stuff like that. Even though some of the vehicles are really cool, in this game it just doesn't really work as well for me. But like I was saying, talking about some other games that are coming out. Right now it's mid-October, and I'm really excited for Sunset Overdrive to come out, which is an Xbox One exclusive. So if you're watching this and you're a PlayStation fan, you're probably not going to be too interested in what I'm talking about. But for me, that's a really cool game that is coming out on the Xbox One, and I'm really excited for it for multiple reasons. I think one of the main reasons is it just looks creative and different, and I like when games do that. I'm not a big single-player fan. I like doing co-op stories and multiplayer and other games, a lot of competitive type games. And I was kind of disappointed to see that Sunset Overdrive is really going to be one player. There's really no co-op. You can play multiplayer, but it's kind of like this different mode. And I've seen some videos about it, and it just seems kind of strange. It seems chaotic and fun, but like not a typical multiplayer, which is fine. You know, they're trying to do different things. But when I first saw the game, I thought this would kind of be my backup for Borderlands, the pre-sequel being released only on the previous generation. For you guys who don't know, Borderlands created a game that's in between the first and second Borderlands. That's why it's called the pre-sequel. But it's only released, or only was released, onto Xbox 360 and PS3 and maybe PC, but the older generation consoles. And while I still have my Xbox 360, I'm not super interested in turning it back on and playing it. You know, all the new... I paid for my new Xbox, so all the new stuff is going on here. I'd rather just stick to it, and there's so many games coming out. I don't know, why I would go back. Even though I am a hardcore fan of Borderlands, it almost makes you want to just buy it and play it. But I just think that it's time to move on from that anyway. So I think this will kind of replace that in a way. It seems like it's kind of similar. It's like a story mode game with a lot of funny stuff going on. They're not taking the game too seriously. If you don't know what it's about, it's kind of like it looks like a town that was overrun by, it's like a zombie type game. It's like overrun by zombies or these mutants, and the mutants became mutants because of this multinational corporation that's creating these energy drinks that changes people into the mutants. I'm sure you'll find out more if once we play the story and stuff. But that's basically the gist of it. It's very like cartoonish. It almost reminds me of like Crackdown, the style of gameplay, and how it's like you're jumping over the place. It's made by Insomnia Games, who made Tony Hawk, so it looks like it's Tony Hawk. There's like you have a gun, but you can grind on wires and bounce on things. So it looks like Borderlands, Crackdown, and Tony Hawk had a baby. And I always love comparing games to if they had a baby. I did that in my last video. I think it's just fun because I think I just always like compare games to other games. It helps me relate, and it's fun to do. Some people get mad when you compare games, but I don't see what the big deal is. So to me, I feel like there probably will be some shortcomings to the game. It's only on Xbox One. I'm sure it's not the longest story, which I don't even want a really long story. I kind of want just something to enjoy, and I'm sure it's going to be weird at times and not be as good as it could be, but I know it's bad of me to say. I'm just so jaded from so many of the games that are coming out on Xbox One that almost have everything, but it's like they're just not there. Kind of like Destiny, just not all the content's there that could have been. I know they're trying to make it last, but it could be released with more. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen with Sunset Overdrive. We'll see. One of the cool things is it has a bunch of amps in the game what you can attach to your weapon, which I think are going to be really fun and creative. I saw one of them is you attach it to your gun, and then you always have a chance. You have a small chance of creating like a nuclear explosion, which is cool. There's one where if you melee, tornadoes come out. And there's one where like some music is playing. I think like death metal starts to play, or Metallica actually starts to play randomly if you get like a certain combo or high enough score. Which it's really funny. That doesn't really have a big point to it, but it's just things you can add to your character or to your guns. And when you go on these kill streaks or hit a certain score or something like that, they get turned on. Hence why they're called amps. And I think stuff like that is different and creative and stupid but fun at the same time. And that's kind of what Borderlands did. If you never played it, they always added these stupid elements into the game that were really funny and made it really enjoyable. And I love that shotgun kill to the back right there. That was awesome. We tracked that guy down. But in the purpose of time, I guess I'll move on from Sunset Overdrive, even though I'm really excited about that. I want to talk about some of the other games that are coming out really quickly before the video ends. So I'm going to be getting that October 28th. Then next is Call of Duty, which is releasing a day early on November 3rd, I think on Monday. Yeah, they're saying the Day Zero edition or whatever it's called, but it's funny because I think everybody's getting it on that, so it's not like really exclusive. So everyone's going to be getting it on Monday, which is different. I always laugh that all the games always come out on Tuesday. But that's exciting a little bit. I wasn't excited at all for Call of Duty, but now I kind of am because I've been seeing so many YouTubers and stuff that have stuck with Call of Duty and gone back to Black Ops because of how disappointing Ghost was. And it's kind of giving me some hope that there's a lot of people out there that are hoping that Advanced Warfare is going to bring CoD back to how the Black Ops and Modern Warfare series was. But to me, I'm a little lost with this exoskeleton suits, and to me it looks like they're just trying to copy off Titanfall and some other games, and a little bit of Battlefield last year with Ghost and like the breakable environment. And I'm a firm believer that these really successful games, as soon as they start taking from other games, is when their downfall begins. Basically, in anything, in Halo and Call of Duty, as soon as one game starts to emulate another, I think they lose their personal touch, and the game starts to become more frustrating and disappointing and just not as good overall. And you kind of see this when Halo made the creator class. I think that was kind of taking over from Call of Duty. They were so influenced by that it just ruined the style of Halo to me. And then when Ghost tried to use these different elements of Battlefield and other games, it just wasn't Call of Duty anymore. And now that it kind of looks like Titanfall with this exoskeleton, you can jump higher. It's not supposed to be Titanfall, it's supposed to be Call of Duty, so that makes me really worried. But because the community seems to kind of be sticking strong, at least the hardcore community, I'm excited for what the game has in store. And then obviously the biggest release that's insane, I can't believe it's actually coming out, is this Master Chief Halo collection, the Halo Master Chief Edition, whatever the fuck it's called. That's coming out, and that's going to be really cool. Even though there's really nothing new going on, I'm excited to see the reboot of everything, and obviously it's old school Halo, so that's huge. That was when I started gaming in my prime, Halo 2, Xbox Live on the original Xbox. So that's pretty much what propelled Xbox Live into what it is today, and started me into hardcore gaming and focusing more on FPS than before that. I played pretty much every different type of game, and then after Halo 2 I really just stuck with FPS and occasionally getting other games here and there. So that's huge. I'm really excited about that, but that's kind of different because it's not like a new game, it's just like a reboot. But those are the 3 games I'm getting. I think the Halo Master Chief Edition comes out a week or 2 after CoD. I think it's November 11th. So those are 3 back-to-back games that are going to be taking up a lot of time. And if you guys want, you can see that on my YouTube page and on my stream. My stream is the same as here. It's Blitz5 and Friends. I'm going to be playing all those games when they come out. I'm going to take a day off work, I think, to play and stream and get some levels up in some of these games. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And Blitz5, I'm out.